Hi, I'm Heidi Sherman with Jill Brittle Family Law Group. Joe, would you introduce yourself, please?
I'm Joe Gross with JGP Wealth Management.
Joe, from a financial planning standpoint, are there things that a party should consider or plan for if they're considering a separation or divorce? And then I guess secondarily, would you recommend these things take place before filing or after filing?
It's a good question. If I'm talking to a client who is considering divorce, I want to really put them through a full financial planning process as if they are going to get divorced, because I want them to think of everything, right? So I'm going to be talking to them about uh, what we would expect, how we would expect to see changes between right now and then once we get through divorce in terms of cash flow is the biggest thing. You know, what's going to be the difference in cash flow? What's going to be going out that's differently? What's going to be coming in that's differently? What's going to happen down the road? You know, are there any unforeseen payments or even inflows that we should account for? And so you really treat it like retirement planning, but it's really life planning and how are things going to change between now and then. And as you go through that process, which, as you know, is very difficult for clients to go through that process because they're in such a fog with this divorce thing. But if you can force somebody to really try to think of everything, it can make it better to go through the divorce process as you try to think of things that wouldn't come up otherwise, and it makes negotiation a little bit more streamlined.
Are those things that you say a client may not be thinking of? Are those things that you would bring up in a meeting with a client if
Absolutely.
you've done this before and you kind of know what the
Absolutely.
expectations would be?
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna, you know, in a gingerly fashion, try to drill them with everything that we can think of from past experiences.
Okay.
And almost every time we come up with things that the clients haven't thought of.
Yes,
To be helpful.
sure. Okay. Thank you.
Heidi, if a person was going through a divorce and they are not yet prepared to sell their home quite yet, are there reasons why people should not co-own the home for a period of time?
Well, I don't think I would ever say people shouldn't co-own, but when you're getting a divorce, like the ideal situation is that you completely disentangle from each other financially. That's really the easiest way. But sometimes it's not possible. Sometimes the parties, for a variety of reasons, want to continue to own a home together. A lot of times it's because they have minor children, and maybe the primary parent or custodial parent wants to continue to live in the marital home or the family home with the children. Maybe doesn't have the resources to refinance and buy out the other side, and the parties have agreed that they don't want to sell the house and uproot the children right away. And so they decide to continue to co-own. There are a lot of things that parties should think about when that's the agreement. And what happens sometimes is when they reach that agreement, everybody's getting along great. They think this is going to be fine. But, sometimes in the future, the wheels fall off the wagon and they're not getting along so well. So from a financial standpoint, we'd want to look at things like during that period of co-ownership, who's going to pay the mortgage? Who's going to pay the homeowner's insurance? Who's going to pay the utilities? What if maintenance is required on the home? Is it normal wear and tear? Who pays for that? What if an unexpected expense occurs, like you need a new roof or the hot water heater blows? Who pays for that? Is there going to be a time limit on how long this co-ownership continues? And let's say the parties have agreed that it's going to continue until the youngest one graduates from high school. And let's say that's 5 years down the road. And at that point, they'll sell the home. Well, who gets the benefit of the increased equity during that period of time? because we've done a judgment that divided all of the marital estate with the exception of this one asset. So are they splitting it equally as of the date of the judgment or as of the date of the sale? And then when the sale happens, what if they don't agree on who the listing agent is, or what the sale price is going to be, or if offers come in? So there's a whole lot of things that could become issues. People generally don't anticipate. We will try to anticipate those and address those as well.